In a recent episode of the View Behind the Table podcast, Joy Behar, one of The View's most outspoken co-hosts, offered a bold and provocative theory that's stirring conversation online. Behar suggested that former President Donald Trump might be deliberately attacking her former colleague Rosie O'Donnell as a way to deflect attention from renewed scrutiny surrounding the Jeffrey Epstein case. According to Behar, Trump's outlandish behavior and inflammatory remarks, particularly a bizarre Truth Social post where he joked about stripping O'Donnell of her U.S. citizenship, are classic tactics used to distract the public and the media from more serious, potentially damaging stories. The timing of Trump's comments raises questions, especially as he's come under fire for publicly dismissing the idea that the federal government is hiding incriminating information related to the Epstein case. Behar said during the podcast that Trump will do anything to keep the news media off of this Epstein story, hinting at a wider political strategy to steer the national conversation away from allegations and conspiracy theories tied to Epstein's death. This includes theories suggesting that powerful individuals, possibly even some within Trump's orbit, were involved in activities the public may never fully uncover. Jeffrey Epstein, a wealthy financier and convicted sex offender, died in federal custody in 2019 under circumstances that many still find suspicious. Although the FBI and Department of Justice have officially ruled his death a suicide and claimed there's no damning client list in his files, skepticism remains high. Many Americans, especially some conservative voters, believe a massive cover-up is at play and were initially hopeful that a Republican-led administration would finally reveal the full extent of Epstein's alleged crimes and associates. However, those same individuals now feel betrayed. According to Behar, she believes they expected Democrats to be implicated but are now realizing that any potential truth may also involve figures from both sides of the political aisle. When federal agencies announced that they would not release additional information and that the investigation was essentially closed, it led to outrage from citizens who felt they had been misled. Behar suggested that some Republicans feel duped and betrayed because the issue that once looked like political ammunition now appears buried, possibly for good. Podcast host Brian Tata brought up the sudden reappearance of Trump's public feud with Rosie O'Donnell, a long-standing clash that dates back to their television days. In response, Trump posted a scathing message on Truth Social, claiming he was seriously considering revoking O'Donnell's citizenship because she was not in the best interests of our great country, and calling her a threat to humanity. He went even further by saying she should remain in Ireland if they want her. Behar didn't hold back in calling the move a calculated distraction. "I think that's always a possibility with him," she said. "And on top of that, I think he's very, very touchy." Whether or not one buys into Behar's theory, there's no denying that the Epstein case continues to fuel frustration and suspicion among Americans of all political backgrounds. The mysterious death of Epstein, the redacted documents, and the government's insistence that there's nothing more to reveal have left a vacuum that conspiracy theories are eager to fill. And when a former president appears more focused on making headlines by targeting celebrities rather than addressing the concerns of his supporters or the demands for transparency, it raises important questions about motive and accountability. At the end of the day, Behar's comments reflect the growing mistrust in government institutions and the media, as well as the way public figures can use distraction and spectacle to shape the narrative. Whether it's a feud with a celebrity or an outrageous social media post, these moments often draw more attention than the issues they conveniently overshadow.